Whoa.
Oh, wow, that's quick.
Okay, so I'm waiting for Noemi to um, come on, and then I will add her. Um, a whole bunch of y'all want to go live with me, and um, wow, even people that I didn't expect. Whoa, it's a lot of y'all. No, I've never seen so many people on my live chat. Not even this, this much. Y'all made me kind of nervous now. I'm like shaking. Um, I'm just waiting for her. Oh, she might be waiting for me. Jesus Christ. Yay. Hey,
Hello,
how are you?
I'm good and you?
Um, Nervous, like I was saying before. There's there are so many people in this live chat, almost 600, and they're not here for me. They're here for you. How are things in Paris for you right now?
Oh, in Paris, there is lots of things happening, like in United States. So important things are going on right now. Not easy, but really important. So, you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. My friend was putting up the lighting. I'm like, I don't need the lighting. um, I I I don't want to keep you on too long, so I want to just get started with the questions. But would you consider Portrait of a Lady on Fire like a turning point in your career? And if so, in what way has it changed your career?
Yes, it is. It is definitely a turning point in my career for many reasons. Um, First, because this movie, I think, had a really huge echo all over the world, and started Cannes Film Festival, and so this echo has affects my career in a way that it gives me more opportunities, and so this is a big chance to have more opportunities as an artist, because then it gives you more how I can say that, more chance to do choices, and choices uh, is a big a big thing, and then you have to fight to do the good choice, and that's it's something important in a career, and also because I met fantastic people in this movie, and we way more than just a movie. We in a shooting, we it opened my mind in a lot of way, artistic and politic way, and we're sharing on long term ideas, visions, trust, and yeah.
So it's I think like being surrounded by a group of supportive women is always very helpful. It's very different than being on male dominated sets. So I completely understand. And like with that, in regards to Portrait of a Lady of Fire, there's been a lot of discussion about the female gaze and people discovering it like it's something new. But I'm wondering, when you watch like any type of film, what does the female gaze look like to you? Like when you watch it?
You mean when I watch movies, or in general for me the female gaze?
Like in general, like if it's a film that is about a woman, and when you think of the female gaze, you expect to see certain things.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering what those things look like to you.
Yeah, even when I read scripts, you mean like now, before this movie, I was not really, I didn't know really what was the female gaze, and I was not really focusing on this, but now I understand how huge this is important, even for me as a woman and for all the women. So, sorry, the question.
The female gaze.
Yeah, gaze for me is what I understood with this movie of Portugal and the collaborators, and it's, for me, it's kind of a connection or a reconnection as a woman with ourselves, with our history, with our sensitivity, and the female gaze. It's an invitation to the world, to a new sensation, because it's stories that haven't been told, showed, and it's stories through the woman's eyes, with their sensitivity, their imaginations, and even if it's a story of a man, it's a story of men through a woman's eyes, and it's different, and it's not only the sensibility of the woman. I think I'm just talking about what I think. I think it's a sensibility of an experience of a woman's, but with a point of view. I don't know if my English is right now, but that deconstructs the automatism of the male gaze.
That's perfect.
Because you can be a woman and still tell a story through male gaze, because it's automatism that you have, because you grew up. Even for me, like I grew up in the male gaze that has been imposed and been the majority. So it's this female gaze has to go through a deconstruction of all this automatism, and you have to. Yeah, I look really, if the woman in a film or a script is showed as an object or as a subject. This is the first thing that you watch. I think that is important.
Thank you. That was a really good answer, by the way. That was good. That was a really good answer. So I saw Jumbo at Sundance earlier this year, and I really, really liked it and really, really identified with it. I thought it was a really sympathetic and empathetic film that is queer and also like told from the female's perspective. And I'm wondering, like, I know that Zoe Widdock is like this is her first feature film. And I'm wondering, what do you think I'm wondering the energy on set of the film when working with a new director is different than working with someone experienced. Like, what is that energy like?
Yeah, it's a good question, actually, because
calls, and I'm going to turn this on silent. Sorry. Continue. I'm sorry.
No, the energy of a first movie is really precious, I think, because there is a lot of energy actually, and Zoe was, yes, it was her first film, and she was like really into it and searching a lot, and I feel like it's, you know, in art, when someone do his first œuvre, how you say œuvre? First art object, artist object. There is a lot of searching, and to help someone to search and look for his art is something magical, actually. And so there was a lot of discussion together, even with Emmanuel Berco, who is a mother in the movie. And it was really important for Zoe to make a huge connection between all of us, and work a lot to find with her the, you know, really what she wanted to share, and that is really precious, I think.
That's
yeah, it's and there is something like in Zoe's film. There is something with Jeanne so modern, so strong, because Jeanne is not only you know, she's really introvert woman, but at the same time, when I first read the script, I felt that she was so strong, because she has a different desire from what her mother expects and the world expects from her, and she goes to live her desire, and she tried to make people understand her with a really soft manner to make people understand, and that, I think that is really strong and
like, did you shoot Jumbo before Portrait or after?
Yeah, before, like 1 year before Portrait.
Oh wow! So it was like back to back. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, like how did you prepare for a role like Jumbo, especially with the objectum sexuality? Did you do a lot of research about that and getting into that role and understanding what that meant?
Yeah, I did a lot of research with Zoe. Actually, it took time to find money to shoot the movie. So we spent like 1 year together, actually. She gave me a lot of things to watch, and a documentary about Erika Eiffel. We met Erika Eiffel before, and she talked a lot about her, and this documentary, a woman who, how you say that in English, a woman who fell in love with the Eiffel Tower, who married the Eiffel Tower, and you follow 3-4 women who are in love with the objects, and that was a starting point for preparing Jeanne, the character of Jeanne. And we spend hours and hours to talk about it and to find Jeanne, because as I said, she's really introvert, and it was important to find the way she is with people, with her mother, or she is really like shy and not feeling really well, and when she is alone by herself and with Jumbo, she is way more large, wide, and this was something to find in the gesture and in the gaze. I wanted to say something else. I wanted to, say what is really important. It was to not copy like Erika Eiffel, or it was try to find.
So was it like to try to create something original, something different from Erika Eiffel, or?
Yeah, I was trying to really find true, like I wanted, and Zoe wanted the spectator to really believe in this love story and not done with judgments. It's what I like in the script, actually, is there is no judgment. There is a lot of poesy because you are in Jeanne's eyes, and you don't try to explain as she is, people who are objectum sexuality, to not see them as, how you say, bête curieuse, as a disease or as something like, so it was really important to work as Jeanne, as someone who is falling in love, actually, and that was the big part of the preparation. And what was difficult at the beginning is that I had to play with the machine, and that an actor I never did. But Jumbo, I was seeing as Jumbo as a mirror of Jeanne's also. So for her, it was easier to share something with the machine, because more natural, more easy sometimes than with people that they put their desire, their expectation on her, and it's really like she's not comfortable at all with it. And with Jumbo, she is, she just feels more comfortable, and actually it's a huge hors norm. You say hors norm in English? Hors norm.
A huge. Anybody?
All different love story, and it's this movie in Jeanne. It respects all of the different love and different all the differences. I don't know if I'm.
No, it's perfect. I just wish that I knew the word that you was talking about, and now I feel
no.
I feel like out of the norm. Out of the norm. So out of the ordinary, we say out of the ordinary, or outside of the normal otherness. We have different words for it.
And talk also is the fact that not at all. It's not a generality. Not all the person who are objectum sexual have autism or trauma. Like Erika Eiffel said us that she doesn't. But it was important to see Jeanne as someone who sees the world differently. Everything is more like the way she see the lights, the sounds, the movement is really intense. Actually, she has a different sensibility to the world.
I really liked the movie, and I interviewed Zoe at Sundance, and we talked a lot about like the language that she used as far as like Jumbo and communicating with Jean, and we talked about like, how the story is, how some would consider the story very queer, in that there's a sense of what we call otherness, meaning there's a person who exists outside the normal society, and it is a relationship that is outside of heteronormativity, as we call it, or outside a normal heterosexual relationship. At least, that's kind of what the definition is. For me, it may be different for other people. So, okay, so you have a lot going on. How do you Like you have Jumbo and promoting that, and then you have your short film Shakira, which just came out on a couple streaming apps, and you have a feature film that you're working on. Like, how do you stay organized with all of that? Because I read all of that and I get like anxious because I can't imagine managing all of that. So how do you stay organized? Like, how do you keep it together?
I'm not really organized, or I would say I'm organized in my my mess.
So we call that organized chaos.
Okay, organized chaos. I have a lot of, I don't know. I wanted to write and direct since a long time actually, but I dream like that somewhere, and and it's the people I meet, like Celine, like Adele, like Emmanuel Berco, like Mélanie Laurent. There are people, women who are doing a lot actually, and tells you like, don't stay in the box. You are an actress, but you can do other stuff too. If you have things to say, just go. And that helped me a lot. So now I like, okay, but now I have too much things to do and to say. Like, no.
Do you have like an assistant, someone that helps you?
I have friends. I don't have assistants, but no, but I have friends who help me. Yeah, I think this is important. Friends, it's the most important. So friends, and I cut my journey and my weeks, between doing this, doing that, the promotion, and then I write, and then I do castings, auditions, and I cut my journey. But I don't know.
Wow, that's a lot of shit, man. Like, I gotta give you props. Like, I give you like applause, because that is a lot of stuff to handle, and you still like, you're happy, you're positive, and you're still smiling. Most people would probably, lock themselves in a bathroom all day and not want to deal with any of it. So good for you, and congratulations on all of that stuff that you have coming up. So
thank you.
I just wanted to say that. As far as
sorry.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. You go.
No, I was thinking about the fact that I think instinct, instinct and follow our desire is important. And even if to do movies, the feature film I did, like I couldn't have wait for years. Like it's interesting also to wait years and write and try to get opinions and money and do the thing kind of properly. But sometimes it can be scary and long, and if you don't know anymore what you want to say, what you want to do, like. So I do stuff like this movie. I do stuff like that. We left without money, just with friends, with the camera, and we did it like that. And I think sometimes also it's good to put in our lives some energy and some instinct. Sometimes not all you can't do all the movies like that, but sometimes it's a good starting point. I think.
So how did you like formally learn how to like direct? Like, did you read any books, or did people help you with style, or like camera angles or whatever? How, or did you just sort of wing it? Like, I'll see what comes up and do it that way.
It's kind of both.
Okay.
I think as an actress, you learn while you're shooting, and you shoot with different directors, so you have a vision of different techniques and different different techniques. So you learn, of course, and as an actor, you see a construction of a movie since the script, and then the mise en scène, and then you have the time to talk with every post in a shooting, and then you see a little bit of the post-production also. And I watch a lot of movies, and that's how I learn. I haven't read books about filming. I read books about script writing that helped me. And then it's a mix of instinct and things that I learn, and it's a mix. And also it's the team you build, like, the DOP. You say DOP?
We say the DP, director of photography.
Yeah, the DP. It's something, a trust between you and your team, and you. Yeah, the DP I work with. Also, it's a discussion and proposition, and I learn. Like, even if I was doing my first film, I was doing things. Sometimes I didn't know why I was doing this, but it's a lot of mistakes, but it's how you learn. I think.
Did any directors inspire you while shooting your first movie? Did you say, "Oh, I would like this to look like this or that," or did you want to create your own style?
It's a good question. I think you want to create your own style, but you're creating with the others, the people that you met, and you like portrait. Like, it gives me a lot of, and I think I'm not the only one. Give me a lot of how do you say that? Inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking about things that I liked, actually, that I loved when I'm constructing the film I'm doing. And sometimes I try to not think at all about anything and to invent something new, but it's hard to invent something new. I think it's the hardest part.
Mm-hmm. And inventing. Listen, if you like, a lot of it is copying, but I think if you can do it well, then you can produce good work. A lot of great directors emulate other great directors, and they do good work still. So I don't think that that's something you have to worry about. My next question is about, like, France and, like, the film industry. Like, where do you think the landscape of French cinema is headed now that Me Too and diversity and inclusion stuff is, like, out in the open? I read the interview the other day with Adele and Isa, and what they think about where the country is headed in terms of that. But as far as French film, the industry, the business, where do you think that is? Where do you think that's going now?
I don't know. I want to be optimistic. I think things start to move because people start to be listened, but it's just a beginning, and everything has to be done. But I don't know. I really hope it's in a good way. What I see is I see a how can I say that? I see some changements, even if in the commission, to help scripts, and I see discussion, and like the female gaze is really important in the discussion. We have to really be really vigilant. And I think it's a time when the people who have the power and the majority has a big work to do. They are the first one who have to be vigilant and give, I don't know if I say it right, but give the space to minorities to tell their stories, their experience of the world, because we miss this story since ever, actually. So it starts to change. Like it's so important that it's this change now, and it's a lot of work. But we have to, I say we because it's the people who are in the majority or have more chance to be vigilant on this, and I want to be optimistic about that. I want to be optimist.
I think optimism is good because it's very easy to be negative in this industry, especially like dealing with Hollywood. And that's my next question. Like, will you ever be in like a super big Hollywood film? Is that something you would be looking forward to doing, or do you like small productions and not dealing with American cinema?
I can't say of course I like when it's small because I feel like it's really human, but I never did a huge Hollywood film, so I can't talk about something I never did. I would if it's someone called. If it's something huge, but something intelligent and something important, modern, and engaged, and then yes, I want, because then it has something essential and important. So I say yes, but depends on what kind of project,
Good. That's a good answer. And, I see like it's not, all about the money. And I mean, even if it is, that's fine too. But I see that projects are more important to you. Like good projects are more important than like, anything else. So that's really good philosophy to have. And like, do you have a dream acting role? Like, you want to play like a witch or vampire, millionaire? Like, is there a dream role that you want?
Not really. I think it's my low battery. Wait, I'm writing my answer in English because since it's one of those dreams.
It's okay.
I mean, I don't really have one rule that I dream. What I dream is it's when it comes out and jump at you that you feel that it's a role that you were dreaming. Like portrait. I couldn't imagine it. It's when it comes at you that you see, oh, this is a role that I dreamed about. But yeah, not really. What I like is, a modern role, strong role that makes me and make people like evolve, grow, and.
Do you have a favorite genre?
A favorite what?
A favorite genre of film? Like, do you like horror movies or like drama?
Oh.
Or like action?
I
You know,
not really. I used to love horror movie, but long time ago. So I watch a lot horror movie, but not anymore. I love I love love stories actually. I love love stories. I would say.
romance.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a good genre. I mean, I need to watch more romance stories. I like horror movies. Yeah, horror movies is like my favorite genre. And speaking of like different types of things, like is there any, since you're doing a lot, you're acting, you're auditioning, you're editing film, and you're directing, are you gonna like go back to doing music too?
Oh, I never really did music actually. I had a band like 10 years ago with friends, but nothing really professional at all. And my problem is I'm really scared to sing in front of people. So it was really hard for the band because we had sometime concert, in a bar, and it was the end of the world for me. And I can only sing in karaoke's when I drink a little bit. But and then I did one song for a film that um, I was playing a girl who was singing, and we did a song for this film that is in the film actually. But that's it. I love to sing, but I'm not really confident or comfortable with it. I don't know.
That's too bad. You have a really beautiful singing voice. And I was at my friend's house over the weekend, and we were just on Instagram Live singing songs, and I was tempted to sing the song. I was tempted to sing the song that you sang because I was able to get the lyrics and stuff, but I figured that you might be embarrassed, so I didn't do it. I was scared.
No, I would have not.
But I think maybe I will do it next time. I will sing it. I'll sing it next time. Uh, do you have time for like maybe one or two questions? Are you comfortable with that? No?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, let's see. I have like 32, but I'm not going to. First question is, which director would you want to work with in the future?
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a hard question. I mean, for me, it's a hard question because there's so many directors. I mean, what I can say is I would love to do, I would not really answer the question, but I would love to do a musical.
Oh, a musical, huh?
Yeah, I would love to do a musical. I don't like to sing in front of people, but in a movie, I can hide behind the role. You can say that? So.
And it's funny because somebody asked, what is your favorite Disney character? And would you want to play that Disney character in live action? So, when you talk about musicals, Disney is like perfect.
If it was a movie, a Disney in a movie?
Yeah.
I never thought about that, but when I was a kid, my favorite Disney was Pocahontas.
Oh, I sing that at karaoke all the time.
Really?
I love that song.
Me too. Yeah. In French, it's l'air du vent. I don't know in English, but the air of the wind or something like that.
Yeah, colors of the wind.
Colors of the wind. So yeah, I love Pocahontas.
Some people are saying you would be good as Snow White. I saw Beauty and the Beast. Let's see.
It's already made, no? Beauty and the Beast. It's
yeah, if that's what you consider to be good. What's the most difficult character you've ever played? any film?
They're all difficult in a way. They're all difficult. Actually, Melanie in Heaven Will Wait was a hard character to play.
Mm-hmm.
It was hard because everything was hard because we shot this movie 2 days after the attentat. How you say attentat? Sorry, I don't know how to say that in attacks.
Oh yeah,
Attacks.
the World Trade Center attacks.
Okay, so it was the attacks in November in Paris, and
Oh wow.
I had to play this woman who was embrigadée with ISIS,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and that was actually hard part, but they're all characters for me are difficult because it's, I don't know, I think I put a lot of it's as an actor you always try to do your best, and so it's always difficult, always.
Everybody is asking to see Gino. Is Gino around?
No, because I'm not home. I'm in a
Oh, okay. Okay.
yeah.
So no Gino.
But someone is it's taking care of today, but I'm not with him. But he's good.
Yeah, everybody, they love him. They ask about him more than any of us. So, thank you very much for chatting with me. I am a very, very big fan of your work. Very, very big fan. And, I was at Cannes when Portrait came out. So I saw the press conference and you had the short hair. And I was so excited about the movie because I saw the movie at night. It was very late and I didn't know what to expect. But I was walking home at 1 a.m. and I was so happy. So I'm very happy for all the success that you have as a result of the movie and your other projects. So I am a fan and I'm very proud of you.
Thank you very much.
I am
Thank
very
you.
proud of you.
Thank you.
I continue to be an activist and learn as much as you can, and
that is important.
And thank you so much. I don't want to keep you on any longer.
And thank you to everybody.
Yes, all the women's. This was really great for me, so thank you.
Thank
it
you.
lifted my
Thank
spirits.
Sorry?
So I said it lifted my spirits. I feel positive because your energy rubs off on me. So.
But yours too.
Oh, thank you. Take care of yourself. Stay safe. And hopefully we can stay in contact.
Yeah, I hope so. Thank you
Take
very
care.
much. Thank you for
you.
your energy and for your questions. I really appreciate these moments. Thank you very
Same.
much.
Take
And
care.
keep in
everybody.
touch. And maybe see you soon.
See you, hopefully, I hope I can come to Paris at least to visit this year. I don't know if that's going to happen, but of course, if I come, I'll let you know.
Oh,
We
good.
can hang out or whatever. See you later.
See you. Bye. Thank you very
Bye.
much.